All right, now you've got all the tools that you need. You've got food donated. You've got your team orchestrated. You've got all of these different elements for your food outreach. But there's one last piece of the puzzle. It's called location, location, location. Where are you going to hold a food outreach to reach your entire community? And so it's a critical step in your outreach process. It needs to be a large enough space that you can safely accommodate, number one, trucks that bring the food in. It needs to be able to accommodate places for the food to be unloaded to, and of course, all of your volunteers for that day. And don't forget, last but not least, all the people that are going to come in and receive what you're doing for the community. So you need a pretty big location. And so the first thing is this, that you need to get in contact with some of your local authorities. You need to call your city management and you need to find out who exactly you need to speak with. Maybe you need to be in touch with someone in the police department organizing traffic flow for your event. Maybe you need to be in contact with the local fire department for different things. But get in contact with the local authorities so you can partner with your city to make this the best outreach that it can possibly be. Then the next thing would be this, that you need to find a place to hold the event. That this is going to be a crucial step. It's preferably going to be a place that has both an entrance and an exit so you can make it as safe as possible with as few hiccups that you can avoid. And then you want to have, of course, a space big enough for different areas of the venue. We're talking about places where they can enter, that they can be greeted, that they can be talked to, and then places where they can receive the food, and then lastly, place that people can pray with them, that they can ask them, is there anything that I can pray for today? What are the needs of your household? Do you know Jesus as your Lord and Savior? Consider this, that you would find something that's conveniently accessible. Maybe it's a school, maybe it's your church that's widely accessible. Maybe it's right off the main road in town. Find somewhere that's easily accessible, that people know about. Maybe it's in front of the local grocery store that you're partnering with, and their parking lot is just big enough to hold all of these great things. But look for somewhere that's going to be a popular point of reference for them. You know, your church parking lot may be the best place because it's going to connect the people of your community to you and your church, that you're the church that loves their community, that wants to reach their community, and that loves them so much that they put this event on. If you use a venue that's not your church, we recommend getting the use in writing. Get it authorized by the management. Get it authorized by the company. The last thing you want is to be holding an outreach and the people that own that complex, that own that storefront, that they are coming out telling you can't do that here. That would just put a rain cloud over your entire day. Then check to see if there's any permits that are required by your city for using a space for an unattended purpose. You know what? Lots of cities, they want to partner with you. They want to resource you in the best possible way to reach the community, but they want to do it with fairness, and they want to do it in a way that's safe for everybody. And so check with them as you're calling your city hall and you're talking to the city management about putting this on. Ask them, are there any permits that we may need to make this happen? Communicate with all of your local authorities, your police enforcement, your fire. Let them know if you're going to need anything that they can support you with, maybe traffic management. Maybe they need to shut down a road to make this outreach possible because it's a fairly used road that you need access to line up the cars. Check with them and ask them, can you help us put this outreach onto our community? Make sure that the location is cleaned before and after each and every use. You want to be the best possible steward over what you're using in that moment. Before your outreach starts, make sure that you access online a map of the location, looking at both the entrances and the exit points so your outreach can flow the best possible way. Use Google Earth, use Apple Maps, check it out beforehand. Make sure that you have it all planned out from an aerial point of view so that when people come, they know exactly where to go and exactly how to get out. And all of your volunteers are trained and you've got them in position to avoid any sort of hiccups. And then you want to be flexible. You know, I heard this a while ago, and it went like this. It said, a plan that's not able to be changed is a plan that's sure to fail. You know what? When you get to your outreach, there's going to be things that you planned for and things that you didn't plan for. But your plan has to be one that can be flexible and changeable at a moment's notice, because rain may come, traffic may be more than you anticipated. There may have been a shortage of volunteers, but make sure that your plan is one that can change, because it will make you flexible and adaptable to everything for that day to ensure that it is the best possible outreach for you and your community. I sure hope that you have enjoyed our training, and I look forward to you holding outreaches and reaching people for years to come.